Hello there. Here I am in Bali, a wonderful place. And I've been spending some time on my own, integrating after a long trip in India and other places. And I felt I needed some cave time. I call it cave time because that is my time. Time to be alone on my own, just to process some of the experiences that I've been going on. And when I go through an experience, normally I really go for it, and it's intense. And it comes to a point that I feel it, I feel the call, I see the darkness calling me, the darkness of the cave. And I learned it throughout my life that every time I do that, I give, I give it to myself. Oh, such a kiss from existence, such a demonstration of self-love. Because during that time, a restructure of the perspective of reality happens after different experiences have touched me. So that gives me times to lower the action into a more passive state where I realize, okay, how I feel, what's going on, how are my thoughts, what are my my emotional situation. And I want to talk particularly about aloneness because we are in a very historical moment in the earth that we know, which is countries are being locked down into quarantine. And it is very interesting, not due to the panicking, but due to a possibility that happens when suddenly you don't have the normal, regularly habitual activity that you are used to. Suddenly, if there is no work, if there is no job, or everything gets cancelled, suddenly you have time for yourself, especially if you are in quarantine in your house. And the opportunity is because through being with yourself, and this is a question that I throw back to you, is that you start to investigate how much energy, how much time, how much money, how much dedication we put into not feeling alone, not really diving into our aloneness, and then getting distracted with 1,001 things for the simple fact that the sensation of diving into the aloneness seems very scary. It seems that the whole of aloneness is too deep to face. So we dedicate so much to the ritual of distraction from that space. And I have learned not long ago that by stopping to do so, so much is realized. The moment you stop the machine of trying to find some distraction in the outside and you say, enough, let me just rest, let me just dive into this space that I have always avoided. And in that moment, something, the potentiality is there that something completely shift forever in your life. Because if you dive into that aloneness, oh God, oh, such a treasure was there waiting to be found, to be remembered. And I thought, fuck, how much time, how many years I've been avoiding, feeling like I needed a love that might pull me out of that aloneness. I might need validation. I need just anything that makes me feel seen by the outside. But you see how fractality works, because I don't see myself, I don't see this space that has been there for long. I expect that others sees me. I'm denying myself, and then expect that whatever it is that I'm not in contact with, someone else gives me that which I don't give to myself. So the invitation is to check, really check. If you wish, you sit down and write down how many distractions you have found in your life in order not to feel alone. And it is very tricky. The mind is very tricky. So you have to be very alert and honest with yourself. Because if you are tired enough of the game of trying to fulfill yourself through outside circumstances, you will give the chance to not do that and do something new, which is hold space for yourself and investigate and get into the adventure of knowing what it is that your inner situation is calling you for. So many wonders are waiting there in each and every situation we avoid. So many things. Try it out with courage, with determination, that you want to know what it is, this feeling of emptiness, or what it is. Really dive into it in wonder, without judgment, because you are there to hold space for yourself. Just dive into it. And it's not diving into it into the mind drama that comes together with that. Forget about the mind, the rationality of what it is that you think it is. Drop the story of the past and really be present with that sensation of aloneness that you might feel it in your chest. I always felt it in my plexus solar plexus. So really give it space. Take a time for yourself and see what it is. Thank you.